Okay guys, so today I'm going to try and show you how to change a sprinkler timer in less than 5 minutes. Usually all you need is a small screwdriver like this, and some of them can even be done by hand. But usually it's hooked onto the wall by some sort of screw like this. You just pull it off the back of that. And then usually your wires are held by these, which can either be screws or like in our new Rachio that we have here, pull the magnet off of this. These are held just by little clips that you can press to pull it out and just shove the wire in and you're good to go. So really all you got to do is get your screwdriver, usually a little baby one. This one is a Phillips, just a regular size, but sometimes it's a mini flathead or all sorts of things. You might also want to take a picture to make sure that you put your wires back on the proper zones. That's really important. Right now you can get a rebate if you live in the state of Utah. I think it's $100 if you install one of these Rachio timers. That's a pretty sweet deal. I think that turns it into being half off. And just trying to remember where your wires went, if you care, which were which. And then just unplug the old timer, loosen all those screws, and that's where the wires will come out. Then with this new Rachio, you'll get some new screws. If you choose to use those, you can. I'm actually just going to grab onto one of these screws, pull it out of the hole, in goes the screw, and into the wall. Now, if you're really crazy about things, you can go nuts and drill holes and really do a good job with this. Me personally, it's in my basement. I'll never use it here because I'm going to use it on my phone with the app, although this particular version can be used at the timer, so that's nice. At first I didn't like these Rachio timers, but now that I've started working on them a bit, I'm starting to really get into them, especially because I can just run it from my phone anywhere in the world, and that is just incredibly convenient, especially for when I'm working on my customer's house that have these. Now I'm happy with that. And I personally don't really care the way that these were in. I'm going to be redoing everything out front. Make sure you take a picture though if you do care where you're at. And then white is almost always the control if people are paying attention. So that goes into C. Make sure your control is in fact the white one. If it's not, then go ahead and make sure whichever one came out of the control goes back into the white. And then with this Rachio, it's pretty easy because I can just take these and just shove the wires up in the holes. I'm just going one by one. Don't really need to clean these up too much or do anything unless they look corroded. And you can tell when it's been pressed in because the little tab that's right here, it gets stuck up, kind of like my X. Stuck up. Just kidding. Last thing you need to do is grab onto the power source and plug that in. And I honestly don't know where this goes in here. Oh, right there. Easy peasy, just like that. That pops in there. And then make sure you put your little plastic thing back on. And that's it. That's how you do a sprinkler timer in 5 minutes. And if you want to learn how to set up your Rachio, you can probably go on their website. I might make another video on that later. But anyway, thanks for tuning in.